Hey folks, welcome back to Wisconsin Family, and we are really excited to be filming here at the Beer Stube of Capitol Brewery in Middleton.
We are indeed, and we might have one later. It's going to be a while till you can have one though, okay?
Yeah. We are joined now by at least one familiar face and one maybe not so familiar face. Emily Ruzicka from Dawg Dayz Grooming and Care has joined us with Dash. Dash, welcome. Shouldn't you be in school right now?
We're so glad to have you.
Well, I don't have school today.
Oh, sure. Yeah, playing hooky to come to the Beer Stube.
No.
So, Emily, welcome back. It's good to have you with us. So,
Nice to see you.
you know, you always have so many good things to talk about, and you have such an intuition. I mean, you really are our local dog whisperer, which is really kind of cool.
Yes.
So, talk to us. You know, you do doggy daycare, obviously. Talk to us about what is an appropriate age for puppies to be starting doggy daycare.
Okay, it's a good question. Oftentimes the typical feeling about that is around 6 months. You could do a little bit younger, 4 months to 6 months, kind of the same as when it's first take them to the park. But we are very lucky in that we have really high staff to dog ratio in a smaller space. Oftentimes people think of daycares as, oftentimes they are larger warehouse style spaces where you're having 30, 40, 50 dogs, which is wonderful, but that's not the way that we operate it. We're on a very small scale. We usually have 10 to 15 dogs for daycare, so we have spaces in which the staff and the dogs are right next to each other at all times, and so we are able sometimes, in certain cases, to take little puppies. So we do have a new puppy named Penelope, and she is just 3 months old, and her mom's a teacher down the street at the country day school, so we get the honor of caring for her in her little wee years right now, in her little wee first months. And this is the same family that I mentioned a few months back that they had just lost their dog, Maxwell, to cancer, and we got to care for him in his last few months and take him to the park. So full circle, and she's wonderful. So, so we're lucky there. Yep.
Yeah,
very lucky.
It's kind of interesting because it almost coincides with things that you think about for children when you bring them to daycare. You know, it's kind of what age do you want to bring them, and then also that parent or that teacher to children ratio for dogs is really important.
I came from doing after school work and things with young kids, so I remember ratio is very important.
Yeah, well, you want to make sure that they're getting the proper care, and so to have a high teacher ratio or a high owner care ratio for them is great. Now, I want to talk a little bit about dog parks because this is something we've talked a little bit about in the past, but it's kind of an interesting topic. So let's talk a little bit about when you should go to the park versus when you shouldn't. What are your recommendations there?
Sure. I was kind of thinking too about like applying the seasonal stuff right now to this question in that oftentimes people think, oh boy, it's so cold in Wisconsin in the winter. We talked about this a little bit ago, that, you know, dogs don't, do or do not like the snow or do not like the cold. Dogs are going to let you know if they want to be out there. Like we mentioned before, breeds with thick, long hair are going to be out longer. Little ones with little feet and short hair may not be so much, but dogs do like to go out in the winter. As far as dog parking, pretty much just shorten your visits. Watch your dog's feet. If they're lifting their paws up, they want to go in. If they're heading towards the gate, they want to go in. Littler ones will shiver, put a jacket on them. It's always appropriate to go, but our policy is absolutely not if it's below zero. Wind chill, absolutely not. The park that we use is very, very windy, so even 10 below, or I'm sorry, below 10, not so much. But certain dogs, they do like a little run out there, for a little while, even when it's that cold.
Well, you got to find that balance between getting them some outdoor exercise and keeping them safe, of course.
Sometimes just a good lap, and then they're doing hot chocolate
Did you
all
call
around.
It dog parking it?
Dog parking
Dog
we do.
parking.
Absolutely.
It's like a new meaning to parking. I love it.
Great.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys are very unique in that you make that a part of your daily routine to take the dogs out there, and you're very lucky to have that location.
Yes. Yep. It was a plan. That was part of the idea. Was I love to take dogs to the park, and I was trying to figure out how to make that work, and things snowballed, and here we are, almost 10 years later.
As people are choosing a place to go, to know that they're going to get that outdoor attention too.
It's special.
And when you go there, I mean, I'm assuming there's other folks who are taking their dogs to the park. I mean, are you seeing the same dogs on a pretty regular basis when you go there, or is it different?
We do. I mean, there's always the different ones. There's always the weekend warriors that we call them that come out and cruise for the weekends with their kids and like the whole 9 yards, which is wonderful. And then during the week, though, there's folks that come in the morning, 9 o'clock, and they're doing their walks for their own exercise and for their dog, and it's a lovely routine. So they often certain people will know when we come and like to hook up with us and run with the pack so their dogs get more action. So we do like to see that. That's fun, yeah.
That's cool. They get to interact a little bit.
Oh, no, I was going to say they get to go see their friends at the park.
Yeah.
How fun is that? Yeah. Let's, quick before we go, talk a little bit about the holidays that are coming up. What's going on at Dawg Dayz?
A couple things. We have really, one of my staff members, Becca, makes these gorgeous treats, handmade everything, and she decorates it very beautifully for the holidays. So they're available there to buy. And she's also going to make these layered treats that you can make your own dog treats, like you've seen for cookie making, where all of the ingredients are in the jar. Neat. And then also we have, one moment, hands on. We have boarding available still for holidays. Everybody gets to go to the park. It's a big party for the holidays. So book your dog for boarding. Yes, sir.
She also makes cookies.
And she also makes cookies. She's going to make people cookies too, and dog cookies. Yeah.
Oh,
so those are fun, super unique.
I'm there if there's cookies there. What about you?
You gonna
like
go?
Cookies, Dash?
I think you'll see Dash there. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you're a closeted cookie eater.
Yeah, he's been around Dawg Dayz since he was a baby, so yeah.
You guys are great. Thanks so
Emily
much for
Ruzicka,
sharing
thank you
that.
so much for joining us today. And when we come back, I guess we'll be talking with some more folks here right here on Wisconsin Family. Stick around.